Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yeah. Oh my God, yes. Oh, that game. I'm gonna die because of this game. Oh, I gotta calm down a little bit. Ran a little too hard. Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, welcome to the American Blues Podcast. This is Terry Lee. Man, I was this close to having a completely different video. I was gonna destroy this team, destroy Pochettino. And you know what? There were parts of this game, big parts where we were just not good, but it does not matter. We won 3 points against United, who I absolutely cannot stand. Oh, that feels so good. Oh my God. Oh, I feel like we haven't had a win like that, especially against United in so many seasons. And again, number one, right off the bat, Palmer. Cole Palmer, man, you beautiful player. I cannot believe City let you go. I cannot believe, number one, our scouts didn't think about you and we had to get you last minute. But unbelievable player. Hat trick against United. Penalty, and then final goal. Man, what a crazy game. So let's start off right at the beginning, starting lineup. How do I feel about it? Not great. I did not think Disasi and Badiashile deserved to start. Disasi, I'm okay with. Badiashile, I felt like he's just been absolutely awful since December this season. Whenever he's on, he has no confidence. For as tall as he is, being the tallest player on the field, he cannot read a flat of the ball, just constantly being out-jumped, losing balls, leading to the second goal, third goal today. But you know, whatever, they started. And in the beginning, we actually started off really well. The first around 20 minutes of the game is exactly how I've always wanted us to play against United. And this is how I thought we were going to play against United earlier this season when we got absolutely embarrassed, which is United's midfield are old and they cannot run. So as long as we run and run hard, we'll be fine. And our midfield should destroy them unless they make really stupid mistakes. And that's exactly what happened in the first 20 minutes. Our midfield completely bossed that midfield. We outran them. First goal, great goal by Gallagher. You know, usually he hasn't been very good this season in taking his chances, but that was a good goal. I'm not sure if that was bad goalkeeping or not, since it seemed like a pretty central shot, but you know what? I'm going to take it. There were a lot of bodies in the way. Maybe he just didn't see it in time, but great goal. And then even after that, everybody played well. Cucurella had one really good challenge against a Bruno shot. I thought Cucurella had a great game today. And then 17 minutes in, another penalty. I thought it was a pretty clear penalty for this one. And Palmer sends the goalie the wrong way. Ice cold, amazing. You know, at that point, I thought 2-0 at home against United. The only thing I said was we need to defend and not make stupid mistakes. And then what happens? 33 minutes. We are under no pressure. United have really done not too much. You know, they had the chances going forward, but we had good defending, good blocks, good goalkeeping. And Caicedo, my God, out of absolutely nothing, makes a blind pass, doesn't even look, straight down the middle, suicidal pass into midfield, which you are never supposed to do. And of course, Garnacho, man. If they're between Garnacho and Fernandez, they must be the two least favorite players I have ever seen in the Premier League. And I've been watching the Premier League since like 2003. That's a real long time. 21 years, I have never met two players I like less than Fernandez and Garnacho. And Garnacho's only played there for what, a season or two? That's hard to do. That just shows how unlikable his face is. My goodness. I think he has the most punchable face in all of world soccer, but whatever. Anyways, Garnacho gets the ball. Of course, he's fast. There's nothing we could do. Scored. All on Caicedo. And I thought Caicedo had just an absolute horrendous game, especially afterwards. He should have come off far sooner. He really wasn't impacting the game all that much. He wasn't really covering defense that well. And you could just see like the life just drained out of him when he made that mistake. And Pochettino, you know, I think sometimes he likes to baby players a little bit too much. He already said this week that we have sensitive players. Obviously, we do. But, if you make such a terrible mistake, just come off. Just say, hey, look, you had a terrible day. Everybody has terrible days, but just don't be on the pitch anymore. Just take them off. Just take them off. And then, of course, 38 minutes. It was a fast break by United. Our defense was all out of sorts. Cucurella was on the right wing. We had only two defenders centrally. But then Badiashile, of course, how many goals have we given away this season off the same stupid cross to the back post to an open arm mark player? And the second I saw that cross, I was like, oh, it's done. It's done. And of course, when the camera panned over, what happened? Two open players, Badiashile jumping under the ball, tallest player, taller than either of them, probably combined. If they stacked them together, Badiashile would still be taller than them. And he still misread the flat of the ball. And Bruno, my God, of course it has to be Bruno. But, good header. That's a tough header. Had to hit it across the goalie. Open header still. Terrible goal to give away, especially at that time. And from then until, 90 minutes, we had nothing. Just absolutely nothing. We went into halftime super deflated. And of course, halftime came and went. And what changes did we make? Oh, no changes, of course. Yeah, Pochettino doesn't really make halftime changes, even though Badiashile was terrible and Caicedo was terrible. No changes. Second half came and went. Honestly, not much happened. We just kind of went back and forth. No real good chances, I don't think. Oh, that's right. At 48 minutes in, Gallagher hit the post. It's Gallagher. He's not the most clinical striker, or not a striker. He's not the most clinical finisher. Do I think he could have passed it? Sure. But I think when the team is losing, what do we have? We have Palmer, and that's about it. We don't really have anybody else. You can clearly tell that nobody's interested in crossing the ball to Jackson. He just wasn't very influential today. He did run back, connect the play a little bit, but beyond that, I can't remember a single good cross to Jackson that he was there for. And I think it's partially that our players know that we're never going to score a goal that way. And then, of course, 67 minutes. We are 10 yards outside United's box. And Badiashile, I don't understand how he screwed up a 5-yard pass, but he somehow did, led to a fast break. And then, of course, Antony, my God, 0 goals, 0 assists all season. Of course, who does he get assist against? Chelsea. But to be fair, it was an incredible inside the foot pass. But Petrovic, what are you doing? You either come for that ball and you get it, or you stay in goal, and Garnacho would never have gotten that goal again. But of course, Petrovic made just the cardinal sin of goalkeeping, which is if you run out and you end up in no man's land, poor decision making, poor read of the flat of the ball. You got to either sprint out, take everybody out, or stay in goal, try to make a save. And he did neither. So then we're down 2-3. At this point, I was over it. I had such a rant ready. Oh my God. This team. But somehow, to their credit, we somehow came back. And I don't even want to give Pochettino that many props. Yes, he put on the subs that created the goal, but then he made subs that made absolutely no sense to me. We're losing the game. You want to sub out Gusto? Fine. You can say maybe he's carrying a slight knock on his hamstring from the last game. I'll take that. But sub out Disasi over Badiashile. Disasi, even though he did have 1 or 2 mistakes, overall he had a strong game. He made good tackles. He made good runs. But I can't really think of a single good thing that Badiashile did. And you leave him on and put Trevor on for that. Oh my God. And then finally, one change that did really make sense is Sterling for Mudryk, because Mudryk, I think he's just getting kind of outplayed out of the game. He started becoming less influential. He had lost a little bit of his speed. So fine, bring Sterling in. I think Sterling is a good impact sub, just not a good starter. And then Carney Chukwuemeka, I wanted to see him come on way sooner for Caicedo. And if he was fit, why not just start him? We need new, fresh bodies in the midfield. He could have started, especially in front of Gallagher or Caicedo, either one. It doesn't matter to me. I want to see more of Carney. Because clearly he had a positive impact at the end of the game. Even though he didn't really contribute to any goals or assists, you could tell he had a few good runs, few good touches. He had one shot at the very end that I thought was going to be deflected in. But that's what led to the corner that Palmer ended up scoring. So I want to see him on more. I want to see him on earlier, especially if he's fit. And of course, oh my God, what can you say? 90 plus minutes. Madueke makes a run. Diego Dallo behind him. Was it a soft penalty? I think it was very soft, but I think at that live speed where you can tell both players are sprinting, even if you touch someone a little bit, knock them off, I think that's a penalty. Even though it's soft, I'm going to take it. VAR would not have overturned that. And of course, Cole Palmer, again, same side. Man, just giant balls Palmer. Giant balls Palmer. That's what I wanted to call him after last game. That's what I'm calling him this time. Giant balls Palmer. Incredible. Ice cold. Hit it to the same corner. Sent the goalie the wrong way. And of course, at that point, I was like 3-3. We're not done. We spent a hell of a long time on that VAR check. We have more time. We have more time. I thought we were going to get that chance on that fast break. Again, we kind of messed that up, went out to a corner. And of course, quick corner, good thinking. United completely fell asleep. Completely fell asleep. They were ready to go home. They were ready to say, hey, we tied. Good job, Chelsea, but we're still better than you. And Palmer, out of nothing, deflected shot. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I am still out of breath. Yeah. What a player, man. What a player. Obviously our player of the season. I think he should get young player of the season for the Premier League. He should get player of the season for the entire league. I don't care where we're on the table. Look at how much this one person has done for a team. You cannot tell me there has been a single other player on another team. Maybe Declan Rice if Arsenal win the title, which, my God, please don't let that happen. But just one singular player has made this much of an impact for us. Incredible. I think the last time a singular player has made that much impact was Hazard. And what a player he was when he was on Chelsea. What else did to say? I think overall, if you just take the emotion out of it, good start, horrible rest of the first half, absolutely atrocious second half, like a sackable second half. But then somehow we dug it out. We had the heart. We have one player who is just currently just putting the entire team right onto his shoulders. And I think some people can say that maybe even Palmer didn't have a good game because a lot of the times he wasn't making passes. He was really just doing everything himself. But like, what else is he supposed to do? What else is he supposed to do? He's literally the only player on the team that's reliable. He's the only player on the team where if he touches the ball, I have confidence that something's going to happen. So I cannot blame him. Palmer, you do all the selfish shit you want in the game. I do not care. You carry this team and just drag us up the table because right now, for how bad we are only 5 points behind United and we have a game in hand. Like, this is doable. We can move up the table. We just cannot have absolute shit performances like last week. And even shit performances like today for majority of the game. We just got to keep the positives. Just knock out these defensive errors, man. Just if we knock those out, we have a chance. I'm not saying we will, but I think we have a chance. Anyways, what a game. What an end. I'm going to have to just watch highlights of that ending again and again and again. Probably for the rest of the season, because I know the rest of the season is still going to be like this. Don't just think we're going to keep going up. No. We are going to have highs. We're going to have a lot of lows. But please, my God, please, this team, just take this as a sign that if you just put in the effort, just put in the heart, that we can do something. See you after the next game. Peace.